Eliav Gabay here with NBA TV analyst and former NBA player Steve Smith. Smitty, thank you for joining us. Now, it's been crazy here in Phoenix. What did you make of all the moves they've made, especially the last trade that traded away DeAndre Ayton?
You know, I think I give a lot of credit to the brass. I'll call the Phoenix Suns brass. The acquirement of, obviously, elite players, you know, Bradley Beal being ahead of that list. And then obviously, like you said, the last one, I think, you know, people are going to question is how does DeAndre Ayton versus Nurkic, you know, and people will go this way or that way. But I think what that deal brought to the Phoenix Suns was a whole bunch of depth. And I think that was one of the question marks, I would think, from my standpoint of a current player. The two questions was, you have all these elite scorers, and how will they be able to score without a true facilitator? You know, I got some of those questions answered today during media day, but I think the last question was, you know, that's something you can figure out. You can't figure out depth, you know what I mean?
Right.
But with this last trade, you know, and all the movement they've done, they figured that out too. Now it's putting it all together. You know, that takes, you know, people getting comfortable. It takes culture, it takes chemistry, and then it takes also everybody buying in on being unselfish on the offensive end, and then obviously buying in on the defensive end where we all know you got to be able to stop somebody to win a championship.
Absolutely. So you mentioned it coming together. You mentioned buy-in. You've been on teams with a lot of big names. What is the process of really getting that chemistry going?
Well, I think it starts off like now, media day, and before this, and all the guys kind of talked about it. They, you know, when you just hearing your questions and answers, you know, Brad said, hey, I've been around D-Book and KD already. But I think they all talked about being unselfish. And then I think you have some guys, you know, KD's been around so long. You know, Devin Booker, he's only 26, but it seems like he's been around. He understands the game. He understands getting there and coming up short. And then he also understands the business of basketball. And then I think Bradley Beal, you take a guy that was in Washington, and fair enough, we all say you got a chance to win a championship. He did not, you know what I mean, and wasn't getting a chance to even make the playoffs. So he's extremely happy. You can just see it written all over his face. And then I think you have a guy, Frank Vogel, who's been through it. You know, sometimes you look at a guy who I think is a great coach in Frank Vogel, but as he has that experience, that was the questions asked about him when he took over the Lakers job.
Right.
That was huge when you start talking about an organization that had the banners up. And then now he went through that journey. He succeeded at the end and won the championship. So I think he's the right coach. You know, I'm close to ownership, and Matt Ishbia, he's a Spartan, so they have the perfect owner. And so you put all that together. So now you got to go put it on the floor, see if it works, and that's when we get a chance to see start day one in preseason games.
Yes, we do. Now, you mentioned Ishbia. It feels like he's inspired the city. How can you speak to what he's done to just ignite the flame here?
You can feel no matter what he's doing. You know, I've watched him since he was a walk-on at Michigan State. He does everything with passion. He does everything with just life, and let's go after it. Just listen to his press conference. It's almost whatever it takes to win. And then the one thing I would say is, you know, other than Michael Jordan, how many owners have actually played the game? I mean, that would be some research. And also won at a high level at a basketball powerhouse at Michigan State. They won the national championship in 2000. So he's bringing that same passion. He's bringing that Tom Izzo passion and energy, and that Spartan dog, and that everything we have in Michigan State out here. We call it MSU of the West now.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you so much for Steve Smith. I'm Eliav Gabay.